Hello and welcome to Wisdom Wednesday, another episode of the Alter Your Health podcast, the Wisdom Wednesday edition, of course. We kicked it off last week with our first Wisdom Wednesday, and we're going to continue the conversation on into the future for as ever long as we feel like it, because that's what Wisdom Wednesday is all about. But anyways, I'm Dr. Benjamin.
And I'm Dr. Susanna.
And we are both naturopathic doctors who support you and support ourselves and support the world in achieving optimal health through whole food, plant-based nutrition, as well as mind, body, medicine stuff, whatever you want to call it. And that's really what has inspired us to show up and share these Wisdom Wednesday episodes. So I just had the idea, just mentioned to Susanna 2.5 minutes ago, to share maybe an experience that was had by both of us, maybe Dr. Susanna more so than myself. Was it yesterday or 2 days ago?
2 days ago.
Okay, so someone called tech support. That's the title of this episode. Someone called tech support. That was the experience a couple days ago. Has anyone out there been struggling with technology and wanting to pull your hair out and throw your computer through the window? And has anyone ever been kind of in that place of, if only things were happening, why is everything falling apart? So Susanna, I'll let you take over for a bit and share what happened a couple days ago.
Okay, lovely. Well, these episodes are lovely because I guess we're really showing our humanness, right?
I'm actually part extraterrestrial, but every once in a while I like to really just let my humanness shine.
Right.
That was a joke. That was a joke.
But yeah, so, well, for those of you in our plant-based and stress-free group, you probably know that this is one of our whole food plant-based challenge weeks. And these weeks are busy. There's a lot of communications, there's a lot of new people who are wondering, okay, how do I get to the live stream? And, basically, we need to be all hands on deck to support all these people, all these participants in the Whole Food Plant-Based Challenge. And one of the ways that we've tried to make that easier for ourselves is to, automate some emails and texts that go out to remind people, hey, this is where you show up for the live event. Yeah. And on Monday, oh man, all of a sudden, the system that we use was completely down. And, we call tech support and they're like, oh, sorry, Google's having a kind of a issue today and we rely on Google. So sorry, you're out of luck. And I felt so powerless and I felt so frustrated because here we are, at the launch day of our challenge. And I'm thinking, wow, now no one's going to know where to go. No one's going to get the reminder emails. No one's going to get the reminder texts. Yeah. No one's going to know where to go. And my mind went wild. My mind just started running and all the frustration just flooded in.
And just to give you guys an idea, we spent a couple of weeks kind of setting things up beforehand and, welcoming new people into the Whole Food Plant-Based Challenge, which, by the way, if you haven't participated in a Whole Food Plant-Based Challenge yet, jump in now. You can jump in today and catch the remaining rest of the week.
They're really fun.
But we do them every couple of months to kind of dive deep into different topics in whole food plant-based nutrition. But anyways, we invest a lot of time and energy in setting things up. And whenever I don't think we're alone. Whenever you invest a lot of time and energy and things don't, and then like everything falls apart, it's like, shoot, what a waste. So the good news is that wisdom is and insight and peace is always available in the midst of whatever sort of extreme chaotic event where it truly does, by all evidence in physical world reality, appear that everything is falling apart. Wisdom and divine perfection and peace and everything is always present, 100%. And luckily, in that moment on Monday, I think it was about 4 to 5 o'clock p.m. Mountain Time, our event was starting at 6 o'clock p.m. Mountain Time. And we're like, are we going to be able to do what we need to do to actually like kick this thing off? And luckily, it's usually not me. It's usually not me, but luckily I had just a little bit of a glimmer of common sense that told me we can't do anything. This is beyond our control. We are really good at showing up and doing what we can when we can do something, but we're not computer coders. We're not, cybersecurity Googlers, we're naturopathic doctors. We're good at doing what we do, and we can do what we do. But this was 100% beyond my control. And I had the common sense to recognize, okay, well, we can't do anything. If we could do anything, and we're thinking, are there any workarounds? What can we do? What can we do? And it was just like, we can't do anything. If things don't send out, if we're not able to do what we usually do or want to do, then it's gonna have to just be how it is, and it's gonna be okay. And I was doing my best to impart my cool, calm, and collect insight about, hey, Susanna, like there's nothing we can do, but share with me where you were.
I was completely wrapped up in anxious thinking. So much worrying. Oh my gosh, what if this thing doesn't come back on? What if the emails don't get sent out? What if no one gets the notification? What if no one shows up? What if, just like on and on and on. I was deep in my insecure thinking, and I was mad. I was frustrated at the computer programmers. Like, why isn't it working? So I was feeling all the emotions, and it's funny because, Ben comes in and he's like, Susanna, there's nothing we can do about it. No. And maybe you've all experienced this where you're feeling a certain way and someone comes in and says, calm down. And it's like the last thing you want to hear. But I remember, if you were with us last week, you maybe remember Ben shared his story about the broken camera. And so I remember my response to him was, hey,
there's nothing you can do.
Oh no, with the camera was like, it's just a freaking camera. Come on, let's get over it. But my response to you when I was in my upset was, hey, you got to get mad last week. I get to get mad today.
Right. And it's hard. I have a hard time with other people getting mad because and I think we all do, maybe to some more than others, because it's like, it doesn't feel good to be upset, and what we want people to not be upset, and we want ourselves to be not upset. So there's this innocent, natural tendency to fix things. What can we do to fix it? I want to feel better now. I want to feel better 10 minutes ago. What can we do to fix ourselves? What can we do to fix our emotions? What can we do to manage our stress? What can we do to fix our technology? What can we do? And we want to do. And the amazing thing, and the reason why I wanted to talk about this experience is because it's a beautiful metaphor. Because despite our natural tendency to want to fix things and feel better, always 100% of the time, without exception, things actually fix themselves. Sometimes we are under the egoic belief or understanding that we did it, that we fixed it, that we're the hero. And yes, we are collaborating and cooperating with wisdom and meeting wisdom and spirit in action and doing what feels right and makes sense. But we're supported in our actions, and everything is actually happening beyond our control also, and we're just kind of cooperating and collaborating, or at least that's the opportunity. And anyways, in the physical world reality example on Monday, that metaphor just revealed itself ever so perfectly as, what was it, like 5:25 or 5:30, and the event's at 6 o'clock, and we got some things to do using this software that was broken, and voila, it popped online. All the
and I do my little jig.
All the little spinny things, the spinny circle rainbow of death, like all the little things. Okay, we're back in action.
Green light, go. Yeah. And, it's a beautiful reminder. It's a beautiful reminder of, all that time I spent worrying, all that time I spent being so frustrated and angry, it's in the end, there was no, I didn't have to be, because, hey, it fixed itself before, the event happened. But
well, let me just pause you there.
I know what you're going to say.
Oh, what am I going to say?
Well, that my well-being isn't dependent, even if it hadn't.
I wasn't gonna say
okay,
that.
okay.
You said the worrying, all the worrying that I did, I didn't have to do. And what I was gonna say is, do you ever have to worry? This is a great, you never have to worry. You can all you want, but it doesn't do anything. And I'm not saying that it's possible even to not worry, but it helps to know that our worry in actuality doesn't do anything except for drive us crazy and make us an emotional wreck, which there's nothing wrong with that either. But it just helps to know really what our responsibility is and what our opportunities are. So, but yeah, what were you going to say?
Just that.
Oh, so you were going to say that. I thought you were going to say something else.
But no, it is so true. And but through it all, and this was a big piece we brought up last week too, through it all, it's like, yeah, I could judge myself for getting angry. I could judge myself for worrying when I didn't have to, but there's also no point in that, because then we're just keeping ourselves on the hook. We're just actually causing more thinking.
Yeah. You suffered enough. So when do you want to end your suffering? You're in control of that.
Right.
And what you're speaking to, Susanna, is my mastery of really the suffer hangover, the endurance event of suffering. I feel like you're really good at suffering short and sweet and just like throwing the fit and getting on with your life. I've got a tendency to drag a low grade suffering for moment and minute and hour. That's the tendency in the past. Of course, the more insight that I have as to how ridiculous that is, the more I can live in the present. But I want to highlight just a beautiful share from Brenda here, that it's happening for us, not to us. And I love that. And that's certainly truly my relationship as well, because it's happening. Or you could just say, end it there. It's happening. And then how are we going to perceive it? Are we going to perceive it as a victim and whine and cry and moan and throw fits? Again, there's nothing wrong with that. And then maybe a light bulb goes off. Okay, what can I do with this? And then maybe we've got, the cool thing is we've got this psychological immune system that we like to reference, that, okay, maybe next time everything falls apart, there's like the awareness of insight is just like more closer to the surface. And there's like, okay, we can take the foot off the gas and just allow ourselves to coast and be guided as things seemingly tend to fall apart, but everything actually is coming together. We can be in that grace.
Yeah. I also just think it's so interesting how there are some times where we're able to just jump to the clarity of a scenario so much faster. Like in that scenario for you, you're like, oh, hey, there's nothing we can really do. So we've just kind of got to go with the flow.
It was a rare moment.
Yeah. No. And then the week before, same thing with the camera. I was like, the camera broke and my initial response was, oh, okay, it's just something we'll replace, And for you, it was like, it brought up all this stuff. And so, it also just shows how, depending on our state of mind in the moment, when whatever event happens, that also, it does play a role in, our ability to really see clearly what is the actual truth in that scenario.
That's for sure.
And that's also just part of the natural human whether of our thinking that
Yeah.
changes moment to moment as well.
So we'll just have to wait and see what comes up between now and next Wisdom Wednesday. But surely life will continue to give us opportunities to have insight, and we look forward to sharing them
broken
with you.
microphones, that happened in between the camera.
That's right. Actually, within like 12 to 20 hours, we got a new microphone. Turns out the camera itself was not broken, and the cord that connected into the camera was broken. So it was a $10 thing and not a $600 and something thing. So thanks, Theo.
And remember all that anger for hey, not a broken camera once again.
No, yeah, it's just emotions. So thanks for hanging with us, and feel free to share in the comments or whatever any insight or any awareness that you had around life happening for us. So thanks again, and we look forward to seeing you guys next time, same place, Wisdom Wednesday. Once again, in the plant-based and stress-free Facebook group. If you're not already in there, that's where we stream these live, as well as the YouTube channel and on the podcast platforms. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time.